name is Sebastian. Thank you, Gary. I'm in London, and I'm gonna talk about the 17th and 18th rock bands of the history in the United Kingdom. Okay. First, the movement progressive rock developed out of late in 1860s. Blues rock and psychedelic rock, dominated by British band. It was part of an attempt to elevate rock music to new levels. The arrangement often incorporated elements drawn from classical, jazz, and the other movements. Progressive music was applied to the music of bands such as Yes, Genesis, Jethro Tull. Okay, the other movement, the hard rock and heavy metal genres were developed from blues rock in the late 1960s and early 1970s, largely in England and the United States of America. Played louder and with more intensity, if often emphasized the electric guitar with distortion and older effects. Okay, we could include British invasion bands like the Who and the Kings, and psychedelic bands like Cream, Jimi Hendrix, Experience, and other bands. For example, Led Zeppelin added elements of fantasy to the riff Latin blues rock. Deep Purple brought in symphonic and medieval interest from their progressive rock phrase, and Black Sabbath introduced the gothic sounds. Judas Priest helped spur the genre evolution by discarding much of its blues influence, and the Motorhead introduced a punk rock sensibility and increasing emphasis on speed, pure speed rock. Bands in the new way of British heavy metal, for example, Iron Maiden. Okay, the other movement, it was glam rock, developed in the UK in post-hippie early in the 70s. It was characterized by outrageous clothes, makeup, hairstyles, and platform soul boots. The flamboyant lyrics, costumes, and the visual styles of glam performers were a fantastic show. Pioneers of the genre include David Bowie, Roxy Music, The Mod, Hopple, Mark Boland, and T-Rex. Okay, glam rock peaked during the mid 17th before it disappeared in the face of punk rock and new wave trends. Okay, the other movement, the punk rock, developed between 1974, and 1976, originally in the United States, where it was rooted in the garage rock. The first punk band was the Ramones in 1976 from New York. This was taken up in British by bands also influenced by the pop rock scenes like the Sex Pistols and the Clash, particularly in London, who became the vanguard of new musical and cultural movement. Okay, his lyrics, it was anti-authoritarian ideologies. Okay. Those artists were the inspiration of older movement as thrash metal and death metal, both developed in the USA. Black metal and power metal, both developing in continental Europe, but influenced by the British band Venom. Now, now behind me is Cambridge University, where was created a great band of the UK. It's Pink Floyd. Syd Barrett, the original lead guitarist, met up with three men. They were Roger Waters, the bass player, Rick Wright, a veteran keyboardist, and finally a drummer by the name of Nick Mason. Okay, all the members of the band were originally from Cambridge, apart from Rick Wright, who was a Londoner. In fact, Waters and Manson were friends at school and had spent most of their teenage in the school. It was Syd Barrett's idea to call the band Pink Floyd. Apparently, for two American blues bands, Pink Anderson and the Fly Council, it was he who the creator of the name of the band, playing Floyd's music with him being the songwriter, led Linger and played guitar on everything, and the start of the psychedelic music movement of the late 60s. That's the last. Bye bye. Thank you.